to help us understand. Okay, leave the rubber bands here for now. There you go. We're going to use these whole geoboards to help us understand a different way to look at area and perimeter. Okay? So you each have your own geoboard. I have already put some rubber bands on here for your first shape. Okay? So our first object. But let's think about it first. So let's look at our notes. Did you find it in your notes yet? Well, if you have to borrow Mel's, you can borrow Melanie's. But when we are trying to solve for area and perimeter, what are some important things that we know we need to have? Do you remember what are some things that we need to have when solving for area and perimeter? Let's look at our notes. What do you need to solve for area and perimeter?
The area, the length, and the width.
The length and the width, right? So if we know the length and if we know the width of our object, can we solve for area and perimeter?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody remember the formulas for area and perimeter? What's the formula for perimeter, Mel?
Perimeter is
Hold on, let's let Mel go first.
P equals 2 times L
Uh-huh.
plus 2 times width.
Plus 2 times width. So we take all the sides of our object. So show me with your fingers on your geoboard, what would we be looking at if we're solving for perimeter?
This and this.
All the sides, Brock, show me. On, good, we're looking at all the lengths of the sides. Okay, now let's talk about area. What's the formula to solve for area?
Inside.
What's the formula though?
Length times width.
Length times width. So if we're solving for perimeter, we need all of the sides, right? If we're solving for area, we only need length and the width of one of the sides. So now show me on your geoboard where would we be looking if we're solving for area? Point to it. The whole entire part inside. Okay? So the nice things about these geoboards is they have grids in here and you can see all these individual squares. So we can use those to find out what our length and our width is. So Brock, how many squares make up the length on your geoboard? 3. So we know the length and the width is at least 3. Addie, what would be the width? How many squares?
3.
3. So if we know the length and we know the width, which were 3 and 3, can we solve for the perimeter?
Yes.
What would we do with all those numbers? Because if I know this side is 3, do I know, Brock, another side that's 3? If this side's 3, what else is 3?
This side and this side.
All the sides. And does this look like a square?
Yeah.
So are all of our sides 3s? So in order to solve for perimeter,
They have 9 sides.
good, we have 9 squares. So that would be if we have 9 squares inside, does that make up our perimeter or our area?
Area.
Good, the area, because it's inside the square. If we know, remember, we could also use addition to solve for perimeter. So we would do length plus width plus length plus width. Can we add 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 on this? So you guys count them up and raise your hand when you think you know what the perimeter is.
9.
But not the area. We're not counting the inside.
The outside.
But we're adding up 3 plus 3.
12.
Mel got 12. What'd you get? 7. But we want to count all the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we're doing the perimeter first.
12.
You got 12 too? How many did you get?
So I count this and that. And the inside and I think I got the answer.
Okay, so Mel knows if we add up all our sides, 3, Brock, what's 3 plus 3?
6.
And then if we have 6 and we add 3 more,
That'll be 12.
if we just add 3 more, 6 plus 3,
9.
9. And then if we have 9 and we add 3 more, we get
12.
12. So our perimeter of this one is 12. Now let's talk about area. Okay, we know the length is 3 and the width is 3. And what do we do? What's the formula, Brock? Right here for area?
L times
W. What's the L stand for?
length.
Length. What's the W stand for?
Width.
Good. So if we know our length is 3 and our width is 3 and we multiply those together, what would 3 times 3 be, Brock?
9.
9. So we know our perimeter is 12 and our area is 9. right? So that's how we can figure this out. So you guys get to play with these geoboards a little bit, make your own, and I might